I met Adrian about like 2 years after I had was involved with a sexual assault, and I got pregnant with my son. I found out I was pregnant, and I decided to keep him. I moved to West Virginia, which I have, my dad's side of the family lives out there, and I was visiting my brother, and he was staying with my brother at the time. And we started dating after that.
And he did something extraordinary, though, at some point.
After about a year with us dating, he signed the birth certificate and gave my son his last name.
Mr. Patterson, I'm sure I believe I know why you did that, but why did, and I'm so glad you did, but why did you do that?
Because I was my little man. I loved him.
And he's still your little man?
Yes, ma'am, to this day, till I die. It's my son, man. He ain't had no dad.
That's wonderful.
I'm the only dad he know, and I'm always be his dad.
So it's very commendable seeing a man that is willing to take responsibility, even if he was not the one who bettered the child in the first place, but he has grown to love the son of this lady, especially the fact that the child came out of such a traumatic experience for his significant other. So it's a very commendable action that he actually took the boy in, gave the boy his last name, and signed the birth certificate. So officially, he's responsible for the child. Especially in a world where people run away from responsibilities, it's good to see when a man takes one and just makes it his own, even though he's not obligated to.
What happens, I mean, to me, that's an extraordinary start. I mean, a difficult time for you, a grand thing for you to do. He loves your son a lot more than some natural fathers come in here and take care of their own kids. So I really got to give you mad props on that. What has gone wrong since then?
Well, since then, I dealt with cheating, a lot of flirting with other females on different websites. He's very controlling. And I feel like he uses my son as the fact that we have to stay together. And I don't feel like because he signed my son's birth certificate that I have to deal with the stuff that he does to me because of my son. Okay. And I stayed this long because he is a great father to my son. But at some point, when am I supposed to be happy?
When you say he's controlling, what do you mean? What does he do? What does he do?
My every move. He wants to tell me when I cannot go out. Even if I go out with one of his family members, he has a problem with it. At first, he was telling me that I needed to ask him for permission to go out to different places. But even when I would do that and ask him permission to go out to certain places, I either get an attitude then, or when I come home at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm ready to maybe make love, I have to deal with his attitude and it mess up the whole evening.
Mr. Patterson, why don't you tell me what you think about her going out and how accurate is she with respect to the issue of you controlling what she does?
Well, Your Honor, it's cool to go out, but 4 times in a week, it's not good when you got a man at home.
Okay. She goes out 4 times, basically, on average, 4 times a week?
Oh, average 3.
Okay.
But a week ago, she went out 4 times.
What was going on between them 4 times? See, he doesn't tell everybody the whole story.
Well, I'm gonna let you do that, but we're gonna have to let him finish first. Where's she going when she's going out?
We stay in Palmdale, so there's no clubs. So it's somebody's house every other night. It's a kickback. I call it a house party, but they call it a kickback.
Kickback, yeah.
Now, me, I don't care. It's all right. You can go out. I don't mind. But 4 nights in 1 week, now that's only something single people do. What do you need to go out and chill with the same people 4 nights in 1 week for?
Are you at the kickback 4 nights a week?
No, Your Honor, he's lying. He's lying. Maybe twice a week. But that incident, it was only 3 times, but he didn't tell you that we was arguing every day.
Well, what have you been arguing about every day?
We argue about the littlest things. Him washing my son tape. He doesn't do the initiatory father things. He wants to be labeled as his father, but he doesn't do the fatherly duties that he's supposed to do. I'm the one that does everything. I feel like I'm more of a single parent now that he's a part of life than I felt when I was taking care of my son by myself.
Well, what would you like him to do that he doesn't do?
He doesn't help me with anything around the house with Jayden, as far as get his clothes out for school, bedtime, anything. But I have to ask him to give Jayden a bath. I have to ask him to do the littlest things.
Do you both work outside the home?
No.
Are you a stay-at-home mom?
Yes.
Okay, now, you do understand that if you're a stay-at-home mom, you're going to do more with the kid than the guy that's working.
He's a stay-at-home dad also.
He's at home?
Yes.
I thought don't you work?
No, ma'am. I'm looking for a job. It's
You're
kinda
looking for a
hard.
job.
It's
Oh,
he
kind of
gets
hard
part-time
being
here and there.
the background that I have. So it's not like
Oh,
I
I
can just
got
go out
you.
and get
I
a
got
job. But
you.
I try
I
hard
got you.
every day.
Yeah, I give him that. He tries to get a job, and he does little odds and ends, paint houses and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he's a stay-at-home dad as much as I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Are you coming up a little light on the fatherhood side? I mean, are you having fun with him, but not
She
taking
just said
care
I
of
was a great
business?
father, right? So how can I be a great father without doing those things too? I give my son a bath, I feed my son. Now when it comes to his clothes, I might not get them because our stuff is still in the suitcase. We just moved down here. But every time she gets mad, oh, she ready to go. So his stuff is packed. And it might be packed with hers. So I don't know exactly where his stuff is at.
Well, what kind of things does she get mad about?
Anything that I get mad at her about, she flips it on me. It's never whenever I get mad at her about anything, it could be the littlest thing. We argued over something that happened 3 days ago, but we arguing about it again right now.
What is it?
Most of them are just talking in generalship. They are not being specific with actions. She talked about him not doing fatherly duties. Okay, what fatherly duties are not doing? She said that he only baits the boy when she asked him to. So, but she's not really speaking in specific terms. And so is he. What are they arguing about? What are they talking about? It's something that they need to be specific about. I believe that both of them are just communicating past each other. But that aside, let's address what she said initially when she talked about him being controlling. In the aspect of her going out and she needs to take permission before going out, well, I see it very differently. I don't think a lady needs to take permission or a man needs to take permission before they leave the house, but they need to inform their spouse. Especially when two of them are co-parenting a child, you need to inform the other person because you are just obligated to do so. You guys are partners. And if it's convenient, of course you can go, but you two are sharing responsibilities. And because you guys are sharing responsibilities, it's only courtesy and it's only right that you inform the other person when you want to leave the house for a particular time.
Something small like who was over here the other day? Or, yeah, it was just dumb. Like,
Are most of your arguments about what she's doing outside of the home?
Yes.
Is that the biggest issue that you two have?
Yes.
yeah.
Regardless of that situation, he dictates any and everything
Will you
that I
give me a
do.
situation where you believe he's been controlling and stopping and arguing about things that he shouldn't be angry about? So, Ms. Hugo, give me an instance where he's gone off the deep end about something or he's overly controlling, something that will tell an example of what you've told me.
With Adrian, he wants me to ask him for permission to go out. He wants to know my every move, who I'm with, what I'm doing at that moment. He's calling me 100 million times throughout the time, or he's calling the person that I'm with if he can't get in contact with me, where you're at. You're not supposed to be there, you're supposed to be here.
Let me ask, do you keep track of her like that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I mean, and I'm not saying that that's a wrong thing to do. My follow-up question would have been, has she ever done anything or does she do things that make you concerned about where she's going and what she's doing?
Yes.
Do you think she's cheating on you?
Not so far as actually doing it, but it could happen. She flirts a lot.
It could happen if you work at a grocery store. It
But
can
see,
happen.
I don't be on her like that. The reason why I be like, where you going and this, that, and the third, because for one, she don't know nobody out here, for one. She done been through a lot in her life. And when we first got out here, she almost got robbed for her purse when she was walking down the street. So whenever she leave, I want to know where you going, just in case something happened. Because if something happened to you, who gonna have to explain this
He
to our
uses
child?
that as
Not
his
you,
excuse.
but me. I'm gonna have to explain this to our child. When she go out, I don't bother her. She talking about I bothered her. Well, that's because when she left the one time, it was like 12 o'clock, but she was with my best friend, but she didn't have her key. Everybody in the house was asleep. and I was on my way to sleep. So I wanted to call him just to see how long you gonna be. I didn't keep calling you or nothing like that. I text one time, see what was up, and that was it. I don't bother her when she goes out. And because when she go out, 9 times out of 10, it's with one of my family members.
And
one
that's
of my
what my issue
one of my
is.
relatives.
Why is there a problem
If you're going
if
out
I'm
with one of
going
his
out with
family.
somebody that's close to you? I don't have no friends out here. I don't have no family. I moved out here with him and my son, and that's it. And
You
that's
see how
it.
upset she is?
I understand.
Like, I'm tired.
Do
I'm
you
at
know
my
why
end
she's
of the road.
upset?
No, I don't, because of the things that I'm doing is not what I'm doing. She make it seem like it's more than what it is. I'm not doing these things.
And that's my issue. He doesn't never admit to nothing that he don't feel like he does anything wrong. And then it comes down to he feels though that I should have to stay because of my son. And it's to the point where why should I stay with him if he's not? We've been together for 4 years, Your Honor. I ain't been on a date since 2011. He don't take me out. He don't do nothing. The only time we go out if it's with all 3 of us, but we don't go on the one-on-one dates. We don't do nothing.
I think I see where you're headed. I think I see the pain that you see but can't identify where it's coming from. I may be wrong, but I'm gonna put it out there.
You can see how brutally hot she is. And sometimes men are oblivious of what they are doing wrong. In this case, the man doesn't even know where he's wrong. It feels like he's just doing the normal thing a partner is supposed to do, but he doesn't know that this woman is unhappy. And I feel like one of the things that's making her unhappy is not just the fact that he is being overbearing or he's trying to be controlling or knowing her every move. I feel like it's deeper than that. I personally think his insecurities are being projected on her, and she is finding it very difficult to stay in the relationship. She feels it's being manipulative because of the child that they both share together. But in this case, it's not really about what he is doing wrong, but it's about how she's feeling in the relationship. That's my own take on this. But let's continue though.
I think what she's feeling and not saying is she doesn't feel like you love her as an individual person, that you relate to her as your little man's mother, and that you don't enjoy her, don't enjoy each other, that you live together, but she doesn't feel like she's in your heart at all.
Your Honor, I go out now more because I don't even want to be in the
Miss
house.
Hugo, let me tell you one thing. I think you're a sweet person, but I do see part of the problem he's got. You have a lot of feelings and emotions, all of which I don't think you've accurately identified.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you discuss anything, it becomes a big, huge vat of everything.
Right.
And he can't adequately address that because it's so huge, diffuse, and large. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I want you to work with
She does not talk about anything. Anytime I come to her, like, look, this is how I feel. One time she asked me if she can go out. She just went out the night before. I said, I don't care. But then I came back 5 minutes later and said, well, what if I would have said, well, I don't think you should go? Well, I would have went anyway. So what was the point in you asking me if I mind if you going out? If you already had your mind made up, you was gonna go anyway. You don't care how I feel.
Did that happen?
Yeah, it happened that way.
But it happens that way every time. We can't come to each other, and I told her this plenty of times. We have to communicate. We don't communicate. Every time I say something to her, it turns into an argument. Every time.
It's both
she
ways.
goes
No,
off.
and I get that. But I think, Miss Hugo, I think you have trouble identifying why you do things and how you feel and what you're upset about.
Well, I know why I go out.
Why do you go out?
I go out because I'm tired of being in the house with him. He don't take me nowhere.
Hey.
We don't go nowhere.
You know why?
Why?
Social media, she's single. In the house, we together sometimes. Maybe tomorrow, we not together. She posts pictures. Not of me. She might talk about me on social media once every couple months. Me, everybody knows whether my status say single or not, but it stays single because she made her single, so automatically mine went single because she was my relationship partner on Facebook.
Oh, so it happened to you automatically?
Yeah.
No, it don't.
It decouples
It don't
you?
automatically happen like that. It says that he's in a relationship, but it
But it
don't
says
have
with
my
nobody.
name. I'm single on Facebook because I'm single.
But no, tomorrow she with me. She play games with me like we together.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to skip over this because I think I know what the problem is. I don't know if I can solve it. Mr. Patterson, do you do things with her and make her feel loved and happy? And do you engage into, a lot of people get married and they're in the same house, but they don't look to each other for their joy. Do you two look at each other at all for your joy?
No.
I used to, but I can't because everything with her is an argument.
You see how the partners are blaming themselves. Like Georgine has identified, which I already said, it is more about how she's feeling than what he's actually doing. She finds it very difficult to really express herself and communicate where she's hurt. She has so much feelings, she has so much things that she want to let out, but she doesn't even know where she's hurt. I feel like it's a lot of trauma that she's experiencing, and she needs to find a way to heal personally before eventually blaming him. I think the reason why she's blaming him because she feels like he has kind of like put her on a leash and he has made her feel in a cage. But the relationship is not what's holding her back. What's holding her back are the traumas she has experienced in her past. On his own side, he's not totally free. He's supposed to do better as a partner to try to make her feel loved and welcome. But it's hard to be that kind of partner if you don't even know what the other person is feeling and you don't even know how to solve that person's problem.
Ms. Hugo, I don't think you're going to want to hear what I have to say, but I really want you to try to listen. I'm not you're a good person. You're probably a great mother. You're a beautiful woman, and I think that you have more value than you see in yourself. But I am going to say a couple of things to you. Number one is you need to change how you entertain yourself. All of this kickbacking that you're doing, a kickback community is not a solid community. Everybody's going to that kickback all the time. You two have to establish a relationship amongst yourselves. You want to go out to have these this is how you enjoy yourself. You can't maintain a relationship where that's your primary source of a good time.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
What?
That's just happened within a few 2-3 months. What happened to the 3 years? We ain't been on a date since 2011. I just moved out here in March. And the only reason why I started going out is because I'm tired of being in the same household as him.
Is her going out to the kickback a more recent thing?
Yeah, since we've been to California.
Okay.
But we've been here for 7 months, and this is the reason why she wanted to move to Palmdale. That's where she wanted to be.
What kind of relationship did you have when you were where you were before you moved to California?
The same.
Not really, because that's when we went out, we went to the movies. I did things with her. I took her places.
Did you guys go
I
out
took
and
her to
do
movies.
that?
Look
No.
at her, she beautiful. Why wouldn't I want to take her out?
No, he's lying. We ain't been on a date since 2011. And that's when I was taking him out. I would initiate let's go to the movies. Let's do this. He don't initiate nothing.
Well, sometimes that's how it is. It's not that big a deal. My husband will never want to go nowhere. Baby, let's go. No, I want to go. Let's go. It's not, you can't be a little girl about a relationship. He's not going to wine and dine you throughout the entire context of your relationship.
Your
You're
Honor,
going to get
I've never been that
You
type
don't
of person.
listen.
I told her. She
You don't listen. You're not trying to listen. You're not trying to listen to me. So I know you're not trying to listen to him. And I can't help you if you're not going to listen.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not saying that you're a bad person. You're stuck on what you're not getting, but you won't take a step back and try to figure out why you're not getting it. And I can't do that for you if you're not willing to listen. So I can't help you. You want 2 tickets to Philadelphia from him. Is that your exit strategy? And your family's in Philly?
Yeah, my mom's in Philadelphia. I'm at the point where I had enough.
I think, Ms. Hugel, you're going to continue to have troubles no matter where you go because I don't think you have a realistic expectation of what a relationship is and what a family is. And until you find that, whatever guy you get is going to be problematic. And I think that I'm going to send you to somebody when you leave here to send you in a direction where you need to be. And you might find that Mr. Patterson is not all that bad of a brother. I know you can't feel good unless you're in control of your life. And I'm going to try to give you some control. That's all I can say to you. I'm going to have you talk to somebody that's going to give you some control. You're looking for other people to make you happy. You're looking to feel okay at the kickback. You're looking for him to, and that's not ever going to work because they can't satisfy you that way. You have to be whole within yourself. And I don't think you can hear me about that. I can't give you any money, but I do wish you the best. And I do wish you to take some time, back off your position and your pain, and think it through a little bit, and you may come to a better conclusion. But in the interim, there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
From the whole case, you could see that it's less about what the man did, and it's more about her own battles, her own inner demons, her own traumas that she has gone through. And these are all coming together and making her feel very unsatisfied in the relationship. The first mistake is thinking that you can get happiness elsewhere without solving what is in your home. Trying to escape the sadness in the house by going out to all these parties won't solve the problem at home. The best thing is to communicate, to sit down and talk to your partner about it and get things resolved. Another issue is the fact that she finds it very difficult to express herself and share her emotions. You can imagine how difficult it is for her to talk to the judge about her problems and about the things that she's going through. Imagine how it is for her to talk to her own partner at home. It's very difficult. And it's not really her fault. It's because she has gone through so much pain. And I feel like one of the reasons why she got into that relationship in the first place was to kind of like find that new happiness. And now the whole butterflies in the stomach are faded off, and she's in a point where the relationship is at a normalcy. And she's seeking that happiness and cannot find it. And the only person to blame is her partner. But he's not really doing anything wrong as a partner. Aside the cheating accusations she accused him of which she couldn't really bring examples to really say that he was actually cheating. And until she goes to therapy and really seeks a path of healing, she will never really be healed and she will still remain unhappy. I hope she finds that recovery. I hope she gets better in the relationship, and I hope she doesn't break up with him because of this. Tell me what you think about this whole thing. I'll go by the name East Coast Prince. This is East Coast Talks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.